Hey, this is Mr. Soy. I wanted to go over a little bit some of the first problems in the factoring practice worksheet, in particular the ones that have a leading coefficient of 1. So we'll look at problem number 1 and problem number 2, but really 1 through 9 can be solved in the same manner since the leading coefficient is 1. So let me show you what I mean. So in problem number 1, we're asked to factor x squared plus 6x plus 8. And the idea here is we're looking to find the factored form of the quadratic such that it looks where it's x and x, which gives me x squared with that leading coefficient of 1. So really all I'm trying to find then is the second term inside those parentheses in the factored form. And the question is, how do I do that? Well, let's go back a little bit and think about how we got here if we were distributing. When we were distributing, in other words, multiplying these two factored forms together, what we would discover is this last term here would be this number times that number. And so I'm really trying to find factors of 8. All right, well, I can list those out easy enough. There's 1 and 8. There's 2 and 4. And that's pretty much it. Now, the real question is, how do I pick between these factors of 8? Well, that's where the middle term comes in. I'm looking at my middle term, 6x. Well, that's going to be this number times that x, and this x times that number. And then we add them together since they're like terms. So I need two numbers that essentially add to 6x. Well, when I go back over here to my factors, I can see that 1 and 8, well, that would add to 9. That can't be it. Down here, I have 2 and 4. 2 and 4, when I add those together, indeed would give me the 6 that I need. Therefore, these are the numbers that we put in. And now we have our answer in factored form. It's x plus 2 and x plus 4. All right, let's do another one. This time I'm going to do one with a negative in it because I think that for some students that sometimes can be a little bit challenging. Okay, so let's do problem number 6. All right. Problem number 6 wants us to factor x squared minus 14x plus 48. And again, the leading coefficient, as you can see here, the number in front of the x squared term, is 1. And because of that, I already know that it's going to turn out looking like this with just x and x. Okay, so far so good. Now, I'm going to look at my last term here, okay, because I know that this number times that number has to equal 48. So again, I'm going to do a little bit of a factor tree here, and I'm going to find the factors of that. Well, there's 1 and 48. There's 2 and 24. There's 3 and, let's see here, that would be, so it'd be 3 and 16. Okay, good. 4 and 12. And we can keep going here. 5, no. There would also be a 6 and 8. And I think that's it. All right, so again, we've got our factor tree here, all the factors of 48, and we know it's got to be one of these if it's factorable. But now we're going to look at our middle term here. Notice that it's negative while this right here is positive. Well, the only way that I can have a negative middle term and a positive last term is if both of these are negative. Okay, so let's think about that for a minute. If I have a negative times a negative, that would give me the last term. Negative times negative, that would give me a positive. And then if I add a negative and a negative, that gives me this negative. So what I'm looking for are factors that multiply to 48, but when added, give me 14. Okay, so I have to look at all the factors. First one, 1 and 48, nope, that gives me 49. 2 and 24 gives me 26. 3 and 16 gives me 19. 4 and 12 give me 16. 6 and 8, when I add those, I do get 14, and therefore we now know what the numbers have to be to make this factored form work. And it would be 6 and 8, and they're both negative, so that they add to 14, negative 14, but multiply to positive 48. Hope this helps. If you want to do problems that have the leading coefficient that is not 1, then you're going to have to do the diamond, and the example videos in that lesson are a great way for you to learn how to use the diamonds and the generic rectangles to solve those problems. These are a little bit easier when there's a leading coefficient of 1, and the factor tree method works really well. Thanks.